Me and my stepmom had a very, very rough relationship. There was a lot of screaming and yelling, a lot of fighting between the two of us. I was a very emotionally, I guess, disturbed young adult, young child. I was self-harmful. I was in and out of the hospitals for suicide attempts, cutting. So I was kicked out at 16, just after I turned 16. I moved out on my own, and it did not so bad for the first little while. I moved around a lot, but I always managed to have a room to rent, so I was paying my rent, I was working full-time. I dropped out of school. It wasn't until I met a guy, of course, that things started to really fall apart for me. I got kicked out of the place I was living at. I had a bachelor apartment in a basement. So we stayed in some abandoned houses, parking garages. I got my income tax at that point in time, so we stayed in one of those, $30 a night motels for a couple of nights until my money ran out. And then me and him eventually did get a place of our own, and the relationship just deteriorated even more from there, to a point it got violent, and I ended up having to go to the hospital. And I think it was about that point where I ended up at the Sutton shelter shortly after that. The shelter was really helpful in making me not feel like I was to blame, because for the longest time I just felt like I was responsible. I should have known better. I'd seen my mom in enough abusive situations and making stupid choices because of the guys she was seeing, and they helped me through the court proceedings in regards to my ex-boyfriend. We're very, very supportive through that. Especially my primary worker there, she had some experience in the area, and they made sure I went to my therapy. We're always there if I needed to talk, no matter what time of day it was. If it was the middle of the night, they always made sure somebody was available for me to talk to. Since then, I haven't done anything to hurt myself, so things are going a lot better than when I first showed up in Sutton. I still go to therapy. I've cut it down to once a month now. I've been working, I started a new job 6 months ago, so I've been working for 6 months now full-time. I've been living in the same apartment for 2 years, which for me is like, wow. They do a lot to help young people who at some points just have no hope, and they help give them that. They help get them back on their feet and out of whatever hole we've managed to get ourselves into.